and get us started. Okay. Well, welcome to the webinar. My name is Kimberly Leving, and tonight I'm going to give you some tips on restoring your gut health. I'm going to share my screen here, bring up as people are coming in. And okay. So hopefully you can see this. So my name is Kimberly Leving, and I am a certified health coach that focuses on gut health in particular. And I'm gonna make sure I have everybody muted. If you come in, if you could mute yourself, that would be wonderful. And I just did for the participants that are in here. Okay, so I focus on gut health, and a lot of that is because of my own story. You'll hear all about that in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, is this for you? So usually I see two different types of people in my coaching and my programs that come to these things, and you may be wondering if this is for you. So the first type of person that this is for is somebody that's new to making all the changes. I talk to people all the time, newly diagnosed or maybe not diagnosed and just newly realizing that something's going on in their gut and that it's related to some of the other issues that they have. So somebody new. This is for somebody that's maybe been at it for a while because, I find that the other type of person that I see a lot are people that have been on the road to healing for quite some time, and maybe they know quite a bit of what they need to do, but having the structure of a program and the guidance of someone leading you along is really, really helpful. So that's what I've got there. So my goal tonight is to show you that the research is confirming that if you want more energy, you want to lose weight, you want to reverse the aging process, you have to focus on improving your gut health. And the only way to do that is to learn the skills and strategies that I'm going to review tonight. So let's get started. I'll tell you a little bit about me. So as I said, I'm a certified health coach, wife, and mom. What I didn't update the slide is that I'm also certified in neuro-linguistic programming, which means that I can help with the brain part of gut health. There's definitely a mind-body connection, and I talk about that in my programs, but basically, if you can't digest your life, you're not going to digest your food well, and it's all connected. So a little bit about me, and I started this because of my own story. I'm going to go into detail a little bit later in this webinar of my story. But basically, I had myself and my three kids that all had autoimmune. My kids were on the autism spectrum, and we had tried quite a few different things. And we came back to doing a gut healing, focusing on the gut and doing a gut healing diet. We had great results with it. We were able to reverse a lot of different things, and I'm going to get into more detail later. But what happened was my doctor actually asked me if I would start teaching her other patients. So that was what started this whole thing. I later became certified as a health coach, and then even later became certified in NLP so that I could help with the brain part of the gut-brain connection. So that's how I got started, a little bit about me. And these are some people that have been through the program or have been through one of my programs. Actually, the first one is a friend of mine, Dawn, who has known me for over 17 years and watched our family go through the whole process. Second one is a colleague of mine, Dr. Sarah, who we bounce ideas off of each other frequently. So two people that have been through some of my programs and know what I'm about. And now I want to get to what we're going to cover tonight. So we're going to talk about how to nourish your body with whole seasonal foods and push out the toxins that have left you with extra pounds, cellulite, all kinds of probably other issues going on as well. We're going to talk about combating fatigue and really getting your energy back. And we're also going to talk about eliminating food allergies or sensitivities that you probably don't even know you have. So does this ring a bell? Frequent headaches, fatigue, constipation, diarrhea, either or, sometimes both, bloating, gas, urinary tract infections, yeast infections, frequent colds, brain fog, anxiety, depression. These were a lot of the things that I personally went through. But here's a big surprise. These are all gut related issues, believe it or not, even though some of them don't say that they're have anything to do with the gut on the surface, like headaches, but they absolutely do. So your digestive system plays a critical role in your ability to absorb nutrients. And without the nutrients, those are the things that give you the energy and help maintain your metabolism. So the digestion works by moving the food that we consume through your GI tract, and the digestion begins when we salivate and continues as we chew. So it all starts in the mouth. As we digest our food breaks down into smaller molecules. And here's a little more about the gastrointestinal tract. I'm going to get a little sciencey on you tonight. The GI tract is made up of 7 key organs, and they include the gallbladder, the large intestine, the liver, the esophagus, pancreas, small intestine, and the stomach. And they each have a unique function about them, but they also work synergistically together. So if one is off, the others will be as well. The home of the unfriendly and the friendly bacteria that you have living inside you, we have both good and bad. They all live in all of these places, and the microorganisms in your gut typically weigh 4 to 5 pounds and need to fill approximately 300 square meters of intestinal lining. So that's quite a bit. So also, this is new. In a new study, researchers analyzed data from 26 overweight or obese people enrolled in an obesity treatment program aimed at people losing weight. This was really interesting because the successful weight loss group lost an average of 17.4 pounds compared with the other group who only lost 3.3. And they found that a gut microbe, a healthy gut biome, was the difference. So this was in the Journal of Mayo Clinic Proceedings. So I found that really interesting that even weight loss, which a lot of people struggle with, this is all related to the gut. So here's how to improve your gut health. We want to lay a good foundation. So things like eating clean, organic, and natural, eating toxic-free foods. So foods that are free of herbicides, pesticides, hormones, antibiotics. And you want a good balance of good and we'll say good and bad guys. 85% of the friendly bacteria, 15% of the unfriendly is really a balanced gut. If you have some of those symptoms that I showed you in the beginning slides, your balance is off. It's out of whack. It's out of balance. So eating foods rich in probiotics, prebiotics, enzymes, or using a good quality probiotic and enzyme supplement. Those are all good ways that you can build a healthy gut foundation. So people ask me, what are prebiotics? Some people get this word confused with probiotics. We don't really know the difference. And, you know, what is that? Prebiotics are fermentable fiber, and they're really what feeds your gut the friendly bacteria. So think of them as the fertilizer for the good gut bacteria. Prebiotic foods are things that are really just raw fruits and vegetables. So prebiotic, I mean, there's certain ones that have more prebiotic content in them than others, and I've listed them here. But really, truly, the more raw fruits and vegetables that you eat, the better off you're going to be. Probiotics. So probiotics are live microorganisms which, when administered in adequate amounts, confer a health benefit on the host. So there's over 400 strands of bacteria. And here's some of the most common ones that you would see listed on maybe even a bottle of probiotics. These are the ones that you see the most, especially the first one, acidophilus. You'll see others too, the different strains listed on probiotic bottles and probiotic food sources. So they're hugely helpful in so many ways. They help break down your food. So they help with digestion. They help with the absorption of the nutrients that need to go out to the body. They help fight yeast, candida, and fungal infections. They keep you healthy. They prevent and control diarrhea. They prevent skin conditions like eczema and acne. They improve and protect the immune system. They protect against disease causing pathogens, and they help decrease the carcinogenic components in the intestinal tract. So one of the ways that you can get probiotics is with cultured foods. This is the thing that I mastered the most and that I love. This is where I began. This is what I taught for that doctor so many years ago. Was I taught people how to make these. Organic cultured yogurt, kefir, kimchi, miso dressing, sauerkraut, pickles. There's just so many. Kombucha is one of my favorite. So many different cultured foods that you can do. You can literally culture just about any food. Enzymes are another necessity. And I have this picture up there because the most important way to enhance your enzymes is to chew your food. So that's a freebie. It doesn't cost anything to do it, but if you chew your food well, at least 15 to 20 times, even smoothies, you will produce more enzymes that will help you with digestion and help you absorb your nutrients. So, I mean, you really want to do this if you have adrenal fatigue or any gut issues. If you are diligent about this, you'll notice a difference in the bloating and everything. Enzymes are an essential factor in converting the food we eat into a form our bodies can use for nourishment and energy. And without optimal functioning of the enzymes, good digestion is going to be impaired. So enzyme supplements are helpful. So some people just don't have the right enzymes to digest certain foods. So that's where enzyme supplements can come in handy. And also, you know, eating raw fermented food with your meals, like sauerkraut, is a really great digestive health insurance plan that you can use. Okay, detox. Here's some of my solutions. Detoxification means cleaning the blood. So we do this by removing impurities from the blood and the liver, where toxins are processed for elimination. And the body also eliminates toxins through the kidneys, the intestines, the lungs, the lymph, and the skin. However, when the system's compromised, impurities aren't properly filtered and every cell is affected. So that's where it starts showing up in the body. Detox is so important. Clean eating, I know I mentioned before, but clean eating is simply eating foods that are clean, like non-GMO, organic when you can, at the very least, the clean 15, dirty, and avoiding the dirty dozen, free of herbicides, pesticides, free of hormones, steroids, and antibiotics, especially with your meats and cheeses and things like that. And here I want to tell you a little bit about my own personal story. So this is me and my 3 kids. A while back, my oldest one on the right is now graduating. She's a senior, graduating from high school next week, actually. So they're much bigger now. This was quite a while ago, but at the time, my oldest daughter was suffering from ADHD. My son in the middle was acting bipolar, just extreme. He wasn't diagnosed, but extreme mood swings, all kinds of food allergies. We had sleep issues. My daughter on the left, Charlotte, God love her. It didn't feel like she ever slept. She had really bad food allergies, eczema. Just the poor kid was just sick all the time. I was suffering from anxiety, depression, seizures, didn't know what was causing them, skin issues, and all of us had bathroom issues. Out of the 4 of us, my husband, he had his own health issues separate from us. He's not in the picture, but all of us had different gut issues. So constipated or diarrhea, one or the other, and sometimes both in any given week. So those were some of the things that we were dealing with. But what I did was I did a lot of research, and we tried some things that didn't work. It was really time consuming, to say the least. And then I started finding out that focusing on the gut was really the way to go to improve the immune system and really get, my focus was my kids more so than myself, because I just really wanted to see them thriving and getting better. They weren't gaining weight. I mean, we were really just a mess. So focusing on the gut was the right thing to do. I hacked the process. I have, a program now where I lay it all out for you, even the recipes that we used, and some added recipes that are even better. But we within, all of us healed on different time frames, but within a couple of years, all of us were just, miraculously different. I haven't had a seizure in years. My oldest daughter, who had dyslexia, was in honors English. My son is the most calm ever. And my daughter, Charlotte, she was diagnosed with Asperger's too. And she's one of the most loving kids. So we've all improved. So that's kind of my story, to give you a little bit more detail. Everybody's really thriving now. And that's why I do what I do, because I want to help others with it. So the way I've done that is I designed a program that's 8 weeks to help you rehabilitate your gut and, get back to the life that you deserve, so that you're not spending so much time worrying about, what you have to eat and what you need to avoid and the inflammation that you have, and just literally not feeling well, so that you can focus on what you were made to do. So if you're ready to become the master of your unique healthy blueprint and figure out which foods are fueling your body and which foods are wreaking havoc on your body, we're going to find out how to nourish your body with whole seasonal foods, get rid of toxins, extra pounds and cellulite, combat fatigue, and eliminate food allergies that you probably don't even know you suffer from. So this is a copy, a visual of the 8-week program that I have, some of the things that you're going to get. And I actually have a list of some of the things too, but there's 4 weekly guidebooks, and 2 in each guidebook. So there's 2 weeks in each booklet. Food diaries, there's recipes, there's videos, and I even give you a shopping list so that you don't have to think about what to do whenever you go to the store. So this is from one of our participants a while back, and it was really, really fun to work with, but she says, can't say thanks enough. And even though I've known so much of this for so long, you've been able to supply the missing pieces to the puzzle that made it all work. And I'm thinking we're doing really well because we've been on this journey for a long time already, and adding your tweaks have made all of it click. So, and this was someone who did it along with her husband, and he didn't lose weight and didn't need to, and she did. And she wanted to. So it works for both cases whenever you heal the gut. And another person that we worked with a while back who had, I go through goals in the program, and she had written down her goals, and then after she had gone through everything, went back through them and realized that she had hit every single one. So really fun to see people go through this. And if you're thinking that there's no way all those symptoms can be chalked up to poor gut health, I just want you to consider this. 70 million people suffer from digestive issues. An estimated 15 million Americans have food allergies, whether they realize it or not, and a lot of them don't. It's showing up in other ways. Your gut health makes up 70% of your immune system. So literally, you are what you eat. So if you're sick a lot and your immune system's down, that's why. Let's see, your gut is referred to as your body's second brain. I actually work with a doctor, and she says it's the first brain. Really, she's right, because your gut was developed in the womb first, and they've actually found brain cells in your gut. So it's all related. And poor gut health causes autoimmune diseases. It causes hormone imbalances, mental illnesses, diabetes, weight gain, weight loss too, skin issues, and all kinds of other problematic conditions. So that's why this program's different. Instead of doing what you're doing, and everybody comes from a different place with this, but we're going to really meet your health goals within the 8-week period. Doesn't mean you're going to be cured, so I'm not making any claims like that, but in the course of 8 weeks, you're going to get quite a bit of education on what's going on inside you, and you're going to get some tools that you will be able to go back to over and over again. Once you have a program, you have it forever. So here's some of the details you're going to get, and this is not the total price. I'm just giving you the what it's worth. You're going to get 4 bi-weekly ebooks. You're going to get your recipe guide with over 59 chef-approved food and drink recipes. You're going to get 8 weeks of suggested meal plans to make the gut rebuilding easy. You're going to get 8 shopping lists. You're going to get email support from me. You're going to get bonus handouts, food diary, and then weekly coaching, so that you'll have a chance to ask questions. It'll be on a platform similar to this, or like this, Zoom, and you'll have a chance to ask questions each week. And that to me is the most fun part for me, because I see the participants learn from each other. So really highly valuable. And everything is recorded. So if you can't be on live, you will always be able to catch the recording. And right now we have a early bird price of $299 for the entire 8 weeks, or you can make 2 payments of $149.50. I do want to say this: if for some reason this pricing or this payment plan does not work out with you, I want to encourage you to contact me. You can email me at info@myguthealthcoach.com, and I'd be happy to put a different payment plan in place. So I don't want price to be an issue for anyone. And then I wanted to touch on this as kind of a bonus, not a have to, but you can also kick it up a notch in the program and do an epigenetic testing program that I have, where you send in, let's see, I'll go back here. You send in a hair analysis. So you send in a little piece of hair. It goes off to a lab in Germany. They analyze it and they send you about a 24, 25-page report of the food that you are supposed to be eating. So the foods that serve your body well. So epigenetics, if you've never heard of that, means that you have the ability to change the way your genes are expressing themselves. So when you know exactly what foods that takes, it's a huge advantage in your health journey of knowing what to do and what to eat. With that, you get a bag of powdered produce that has your name on it, and the produce that's in it, it's ground up, and you can just mix it in smoothies or water or however, and it is customized according to the mapping that was done for you. So for instance, I sent mine in, and I am about 60 days into mine. And one of the first ingredients on mine was copper. Second was vitamin C. And then it goes into amino acids and all sorts of things. Hair analysis are the most accurate type of testing. So that's why we do that, and it's just a huge help. So I wanted to mention that, and you'll see that as an option on the sales page, and this is where you go. So make a note of it. I'll leave it up here for a second, but also know that I'm going to be emailing this out, so you'll have the link to click on after I get to the recording done. I'll send that out tomorrow mid-morning. So you'll have the link and the recording and all of it. And just feel free to hit reply, reach out to me with questions. I do not mind hopping on the phone with anyone that has questions about the program. So I am going to stop the share, tell you guys thank you and good night. So the recording will be coming, and thanks for joining us tonight, guys. And just reach out if you have any questions. Info@myguthealthcoach.com.